What is up, guys? My name is Energy, and today I'm back with some fancy new lighting and some hopefully fancy new camera settings to make things a better viewing experience for you guys. So today we're going to be showing off a new deck, which is quickly becoming my favorite deck in the Pokemon TCG right now, Lucario and Melmetal. I'm a huge fan of defensive and control decks in any card game, and this deck is certainly no exception. So without further ado, let's take a look at my list. So this is my personal Lucario and Melmetal list. I've been playing with this deck. I'm on about a 8 to 10 game win streak. I don't remember exactly how many games I've played with this deck, but either way, I don't think I've lost with this deck yet since I've made this deck. There are some cards that I've considered cutting and replacing, but I'll get into that in a minute. Let's go over the list right now. We have two Dedenne-GXs for drawing and cycling. We have two line of Galarian Meowth and Perrserker. I really like this card in this deck because it's deck thinning. So in case you don't know what this card does, the Meowth has the Evolution Roar ability. You discard 2 cards from your hand, puts the Galarian Perrserker into your hand. The Galarian Perrserker gives your steel type attacks 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Now, this can stack, so that means you could be doing 40 extra damage with 2 Galarian Perrserkers. This adds damage onto your Steel Fists, making them hit harder, your Heavy Impacts, as well as your Brave Blades, and of course, your Trapping Bites if you want to go for that attack. Any Steel type attack does extra damage. So, really good. I really like the utility. It saved me in a bunch of games, won me a lot of games as well. Really, I think it's a fun card to use. I really enjoy having it in the deck. The Galarian Stunfisk V is just a one-of card that I put in here for fun. There is another Stunfisk that I would consider putting in this over the Galarian Stunfisk V, which could be potentially better. I'll put that card on the side right now. It's up to you. I'm considering trying it out just to try it. This card hasn't really done much for me as of yet, but we'll see. I'm going to leave it in for now because I find it fun. The Lucario Melmetal is the star of the deck with your Full Metal Wall GX ability, or attack rather. For 1 energy, for the rest of the game, your metal Pokemon take 30 less damage from your opponent's active attacks. And if for 1 extra energy, for 2 metal energy, you discard all energy on your opponent's Pokemon, active Pokemon. So what you can do is you can boss up to remove the energy from priority targets, or you can just remove all the energy from the active. Really good attack in conjunction with Metal Saucer's energy switches to be able to get, energy fast and go for that stack really early. Very similar to ADP. But, so this is like the wall portion of the deck. With this damage reduction on top of the Metal Goggles, you're taking 60 less damage from your opponent's attacks, which adds up to be huge over the course of the game, makes this deck really defensive and really fun to play, really control oriented. Zacian is a card that really goes well with this control archetype with the Intrepid Sword ability, meaning that you can stall the game, draw a bunch of cards, and have resources for days while also stacking energy to attack onto your Zacians. So Zacian's really good. With the Intrepid Sword, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck, attach the metal energy, and put the other cards into your hand. Your turn ends. Brave Blade, 230 damage for 3 metal energy. Really good card. Everybody knows what this does. Super fun card. The one of Zacian V is for any VMAX decks. The Dauntless Shield ability means that damage doesn't done from steel attacks or from VMAX Pokemon. So, you can, if your opponent's only running VMAX Pokemon, you can wall them out easy peasy with the Zamazenta. If you see him throw that down, throw this down and start stacking it. Really fun tech card to run. Wins you a lot of matchups if they're only running VMAX attackers. It forces them to have another option instead of their VMAX attackers. 2 of Energy Switch, so we can utilize our Metal Saucers, our Zacian acceleration to put these where we want them to go. The only problem is it doesn't synergize with Coating Metal, but I think Coating Metal is good enough to run in this deck and not really have to worry about that little bit of anti-synergy of not being able to transfer those. 2 Pokédoll, because this deck is like a stall deck, it's a control deck, it wants to play the long game. You can easily use this to stall until you can draw more energy and accelerate more, or you can draw more cards with Zacian and accelerate energy with Zacian, while all them also not taking a prize card, forcing out boss's orders, etc., as well as free switches. You can Marnie into a Zacian, Metal Saucer onto the Zacian, pop the Pokédoll, and then, or rather, you can Mallow Lana into the Zacian, onto the bench, put the Pokédoll in the active, Metal Saucer onto the Zacian, discard the Pokédoll, and then put your Zacian back in the active without the need of a second switch. 4 Metal Saucer, because this card is busted. Really good card in this deck, really helps you accelerate energy. 4 Quick Ball for searching, a must-have. Reset Stamp is really good in this deck because after they KO a Lucario Melmetal plus a Zacian V, that puts them in exactly 1 prize card, and then you can reset stamp them to 1. Also hand control, really good. Again, it's a control deck. Control is the name of the game. 4 switches, so we can easily switch out our Zacians because the Brave Blade does mean they can't attack, but we can switch out and then attack again. As well as, being able to cycle through in case the Perrserkers get bossed bossed up or something like that. 1-off Swell to control stadiums, 2-off Boss to hit priority targets, as well as Melmetal-GX priority, high energy targets, something with a lot of energy attached to it. Mallow Lana for healing, because this is a control deck that takes very little damage, as well as switching for your Zacians. Marnie and Professor's Research for 2 of that, the best draw supporters in the game, as well as Marnie's good hand disruption. A 1-off Air Balloon to get our Zacians and our Perrserkers out of the active. A little bit anti-synergistic with the 4-off Metal Goggles, but it can come in handy at some points. I've considered cutting it. I've also considered cutting 1 Mallow and Lana. I've also considered cutting the Galarian Stunfisk, but this is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This has been working really well as of now. Metal Goggles is again like another big tool to this deck where you can, pun intended, the metal Pokemon attached to this card takes 30 less damage from your opponent's attacks, as well as your opponent's attacks and abilities can't put damage counters on it. So with the, I think I've said this, with the full metal wall and with the Metal Goggles, you're taking 60 less damage on all your metal Pokemon. Really good. 4-off Coating Metal Energy to give your Pokemon no weaknesses, good against fire decks. Because every single one of these Pokemon is weak to fire. In case you run into Blacephalons, in case you run into Scentiscorch, I beat a Scentiscorch by... I won the game because I had Metal Coating Energy against Scentiscorch. Scentiscorch is really good. And 8 of Metal Energy, of course, because you need energy in this deck. So, this is my Lucario and Melmetal list. We're going to see how it pans out for us today in the video. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and share the video. We're going to be doing a pack giveaway again, you know, just because. If you guys want to enter, just leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think of the deck, and let's get into the gameplay. Alright. Ruo Ze. This is our first opponent. Tails never fails. Easy. I like to go first with this deck because we have the Zacian ability to really frick. He take a mulligan. Now he knows we're playing Look Metal. Yikers. Still no Pokemon. He took a mulligan. Looks like he's probably playing ADP. It's fine. Don't think ADP is a terrible matchup for us, but is it a great matchup for any deck, really? Let's just start Look Metal. No draw supporter in hand. Pretty bad. Pretty bad stuff. Takes 1 mulligan. Let's put this down. Let's put this here. Oh. We must have proved very bad. All right, so Ho Baller, what you got, Ho Baller? Charizard, deck box, and deck sleeves. Tails never fails. You already know the deal. And by Tails never fails, I mean it always fails. Hopefully he wants to go second. You want to go second, Ho Baller. He wants to go first. All right. Everybody's picking going first lately. I don't understand. But it's fine. You know, it's all good. We got the Look Metal in hand. We're discarding both of our boss's orders. I'm really considering cutting the Stunfisk for a Whimsicott right about now. Might be something to try, to consider. But we'll leave it the way it is for this video. Putting both of our boss's orders in the discard pile this early on doesn't feel too good, but we're really looking to draw into our Zacians and stuff. Not really much else we can do. Hoping he picks up, oh, it's Colossal with a Charizard sleeve? And coin? This guy likes Charizard, I guess. Alright, Colossal. Man, stacking. Let's see if he retreats this turn. He's going to probably Wisdom. So it looks like Stamp is going to be useless unless he plays like a Dedenne, which he does not. So no point in stamping here. Let's just go Coating Metal. Let's... Is there any supporter that I'm going to want to play? I mean, I guess I can keep cycling. But I don't think Dedenne on the bench is very good in this matchup because Dedenne's weak to that, and that's just a good boss target. So let's just go for the research. Not really any supporters that I'm looking to play this turn. Let's toss the Perrserker and let's look for ourselves the Zacian. I don't think we need to switch this game, or because we're gonna discard this anyway. So let's just go ahead, do this. Let's get our Meowth down onto the bench, so we can do that next turn. Let's go for the Metal Saucer onto the Zacian, and then we Intrepido Sword. Bam. Next turn, easy peasy turns. No bosses this game though, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. What is this bonus I have right now? Oh, Coating Metal Weakness Removal. So he's gonna do that. He's looking for some cards here. He sees the quick ball, so he can look for a draw Pokemon here. Crobat or the Dedenne, I would assume. Or an Oranguru. Maybe he's not running any draw Pokemon. Pokecom for the Colossal VMAX probably. And his last card's probably a draw supporter if I had to guess, like a research or something. Here comes the Colossal VMAX. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Last card, Research. Crushing Hammer would suck. Well, we have energy switches and stuff, so it's fine. That's okay. And plus, he's not a fire deck. This kind of sucks if he gets this one. Okay, good. He didn't hit that one. 5 cards in hand. He hasn't searched any of them, so Marnie doesn't seem too good. 4 cards in hand. Yeah, Marnie doesn't seem too good at all. Is that a capture energy? It is a capture energy. Interesting. Surfetched on the bench. He doesn't have a guaranteed energy on the top of the deck, so if he goes for the eruption shot here, it's a shot in the dark, I guess you could say. That was not funny, I'm sorry. So let's see what he does. He's really thinking. He's going to eruption shot, and he's going to whiff, which is perfect for us. That's what we wanted to see. Now, if we can get an energy switch off of this research, we're laughing. So we're going to thin the deck with the Galarian Meowth, pull our Galarian Perrserker. All we need is an energy switch, and we're really good. We're in a really, really good position. Which we don't find it. Think I just... There's the energy switch. So... he can't attach 2 energy this turn, I don't think. So we should be fine. We only take 20 damage. He can't get a guaranteed energy, though, and do more damage with this thing, but... So this will end up doing 100 damage, which is very unfortunate, but it's fine. No energy in the discard, but we can put 1 in the discard with Quick Ball. And the more energy he attaches, the better for us, because he's got no other Pokemon with energy attached to them. So the more he attaches this Colossal, the better the removal is for us with our Look Metal. So that's pretty cool. I don't think there's any way, unless he has Bead in his deck, to Eruption Shot. So, or to G-Max Boulder rather. And G-Max Boulder, we're 220 HP. G-Max Boulder does 240. 240 minus 30 is 210. That doesn't even kill us from where he stands right now. Anyway, so there's the Marnie. So sadly our energy switch goes away, and so does all of our energy. So if we don't pull an energy here, we're in rough shape. All our energy is going to the bottom of the deck, which kind of sucks, but hopefully we at least draw. Okay, we draw an energy, which is good. Very, very good. And a Mallow Lana for the turn after to recover. So no draw kind of sucks, but I think we're in a good position regardless. Especially because he's attaching more energy with his G-Max to his G-Max Colossal for us to get a prime Full Metal Wall GX attack off. And there's my wisdom. So now he's probably putting an energy on top of his deck to get a big damage eruption shot off, which is fine. The question is though, with I don't even think he 2 KOs us with eruption shot from this point, so we should be just fine. He is going to be taking less damage with this now, but let's go ahead and attach the Coating Metal. Let's play the Zamazenta on the bench, and let's go for Full Metal Wall. Goodbye energy. Looking good. can we just take the win with the Full Metal Wall GX? Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's why this deck is so much fun. Didn't have to do any damage with the card, just discarded all of his energy, tanked all of his hits. Really fun stuff. I enjoy this deck a lot. Next best with an Electric Dark deck box and a Mewtwo coin. Let's see what next best has got for us here. We win the coin flip and we would like to go first because we do have the Zacian V. So no Pokemon. I've played 3 games right now and every single game has been a mulligan. But luckily it's a dual mulligan, so hopefully we get... Okay, Dedenne. Okay, Zacian start. Alright, not too bad. We get to take 1 mulligan. He should know where we're playing now by Metal Goggles and stuff, so... This is looking like a pretty fine hand. I'm not really sure what this is, but I see Ear Ringing Bell, and I'm not too happy about that. As well as Cape of Toughness. What did this man bring into the table? Yikes, he took a lot of mulligans, but this is good for us. If he's running a VMAX, we've got the Zamazenta in hand, ready to go. Attach. Attach. Don't think we need the switch. Probably should have attached to the Look Metal, but it's fine. Go here. Go here. I'll save this. We can use this as a discard fodder potentially later if he's not running a VMAX list. And Metal Saucer. Probably should have discarded an energy and not the switch. Making a few misplays here. But as of right now, it's fine. There's my wisdom to start off. This is still stuck in the active position with no air balloons down yet. Skyla's gonna search his deck for a trainer card. Probably the Ear Ringing Bell if I had to take a guess. No Quick Ball. I think his hand's pretty dead if he hasn't played a Pokemon yet, so he's gonna look for one. Discards the energy, probably synergizing with his Tapu Koko. If he plays this, this does not have a steel resistance, so we just kill this thing with the Zacian V this turn. If he decides to go for the Paralyzing Bolt, that will also only do 20 damage to us, and really won't get him anywhere. It just gets us 2 prizes, if anything. So he does play the Cape of Toughness on it, so that will allow it to survive. But he's going to play the Ear Ringing Bell on the Oranguru. The Mewtwo will get him Skyla back. No VMAX as of right now. He gets this... Oh, the Skyla goes in the top. Okay, that's fine. Interesting. Okay, so we can't get the Metal Energy in the discard pile. But this works too. Let's get the Zacian. I'm not seeing any VMAX Pokemon yet, so I don't think Zamazenta is going to be of much use here. Let's get this down. Don't really see the need to go for that. Could look for the boss here. We could play this like super... Can't play Switch if he goes into this. But we can retreat. I've only played one. Yeah, I think this is fine. If we do this. Kill this Oranguru and then retreat next turn. Because we're not going to be able to play the Switch if he goes into this. Just go for it. So, we do get this, but we can just manually treat and then put energy into this card. If he brings up this, we can get a value Full Metal Wall GX off next turn. Crushing Hammer would suck. Okay, he doesn't hit it. He can Skyla for another one, though. So far, this just looks like a heavy disruption deck. Again, I'm not seeing any VMAX, so the Zamazenta doesn't look like it's going to do as much good here, so I'm fine with tossing it. Absol. Okay. He still needs an energy. Pokecom. He can Pokecom for a Pokemon. He's gonna do that. He can Pokecom for another Dedenne or a Crobat. That's fine. We do have an out here though that's not Switch, and that is Mallow and Lana. There's the Capture Energy, I believe. So obviously we can't play the Switch here this turn, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and play this. We can retreat for 3 energy, which doesn't sound too ideal, but obviously we can't play anything else. So we play the Dedenne. Oh, frick. I should have freaking Meowth first, but I forgot. That's fine. We get Boss. We get Research. No Mallow and Lana. Play this. Can't play the Pokédoll. I don't think he can accelerate 2 energy. Let's just go for the Full Metal Wall here. I don't think the Boss is good to discard here, just because he's got 2 liabilities on the bench. So here we go. The stall game starts now. We can start chipping away at this thing. There's the Switch. Switch. Into Dedenne. Marnie? That's fine. Now we can start building resources. We've got 4 energy in the discard, so half of our energy in the discard. Well, not half, but half of 3 of our basic energies and 1 coating metal. But there's the Metal Saucer. Giratina to discard the special. That's the only thing about running coating. That's one of the many things about running coating energy that's very not good. There's the earring bell on the Dedenne, so now he can start stalling, but he can't play any more like support Pokemon. Galarian. Okay, so he's going for like retreat locking. Let's just go ahead, you know the deal. I don't even think I want to play these just yet. Maybe I do. What am I looking for? Metal Goggles? Don't want to stamp him. I like this. We're in a good position here, I think. Is that every time I attack? I thought that was when it was KO. That's freaking busted. That's busted. I think we have to Mallow and Lana here, especially if he attacks us into Zamazenta, or Zacian rather. Guzman Hala. You can't play that this turn. He can go for another ear-ringing bell. Or he just switch. That's fine too. Play the coating metal. Switch. Next turn, Mallow and Lana. Aha! Yes! What an interesting deck though. But we outwalled him with our power. We can't see his deck. That's unfortunate. He's just running like a really weird disruption deck. That's pretty cool. I like it. Lillie 35 playing a fire deck. So this is where our thing will come in handy. Yes, we would like to go first. This is where our coating metal should come in handy if he is playing a fire deck. I'm not really sure. Can't tell, but you never know. Let's go here. Obviously. We've got a draw supporter in hand. And the question is, I don't think Stunfisk is the play right now. We got the switch in hand. Let's go here. Let's discard the Marnie, sadly. Let's go for the Look Metal. Wait, no, should we go for the Zacian? This is a really weird 50-50 because no, I don't really care about getting cards right now. Let's go for the Look Metal first. Get it while the getting's good. Start stacking this thing up. There's the Welder. Welder comes down onto the Ninetales. One fire onto the Ninetales with his Welder. So he can use the... I wonder if he can use... I assume he can use Full Metal Wall GX. Not that it does him any good. He can use it to discard the energy. No, he can't, because he needs one extra metal energy, right? No, at least one extra energy. Okay, so... he can utilize Full Metal Wall to discard energy, if he does so please. I really like my Swell here. The Swell would be Swell. This is kind of risky to do this. Let's switch. Research. Look for the Swell. Look for another energy maybe, something along those lines. Coating Metal is really nice. Zacian, no Swell. Question is now though, I don't think I want a Zacian, although I could. No weakness is nice because that allows us to take a hit from any of these Pokemon right now. So we could just start looking for the KO on this thing. We have many of options here because we can either Zacian, Steel Fist. I don't want a Full Metal Wall just yet, I don't think. I don't think it's too high value. Zacian or Steel Fist? Let's go Steel Fist. We can set up the KO on this Crobat next turn without having to risk taking any damage. There's an Evolved Ninetales. Before your turn, you may discard 2 fire energy from your hands. Which one are your Pokemon? Okay, so he can Gust something. But unless he has a Welder. There's the switch. Unless he has a Welder. My Zacian is kind of in trouble. As of right now. Because I don't have the coating on it. But if he KOs our Zacian, we just discard whatever energy he just put on. And then I'm going to research for my Swell. Now we put the coating onto here. Sadly, our Perrserkers are useless. I don't really want to play any of these cards. Let's just research and look for the Swell. There's the Swell. There's the Goggles. No Saucer feels bad, but I don't see any VMAX. We could Quick Ball for a Dedenne here, which I think I will do. I'd like a second energy to take a KO. Which I think I've already attached the coating, so I don't think that's going to be the case anyways. I'm going to play that on the bench, even though we don't have any left. Now we get the KO on that next turn. And it's also bossable. Misplayed that a little bit because I attached the coating here. I really wanted to protect the Zacian from this Ninetales. But I could have killed this Crobat and then been in a good position, I think. But at least his Giant Hearts are out of the picture, and Zacian doesn't die to anything on this bench as of right now. He can't utilize my Brave Blade to kill me because I got the Full Metal Goggles on. This doesn't kill me because of weakness. This doesn't kill me, so he does have free retreat with the Cinderace. So there goes the 9 Temptations. So he's going to discard 2 energy from his hand to boss something up. He also has to retreat out from this Crobat, though. He's going to boss up the Zacian, which I'm actually okay with. Switch. He can't kill the Zacian, though. So if he goes into the Cinderace, Zacian doesn't die. So now I think I just Mallow and Lana. Let's just heal. Let's discard this. Both of these. It's fine. Run into Look Metal. Metal Saucer. Metal Saucer. And now we Full Metal Wall. And now we are in a great position. One switch left in the deck. We do kill this thing with this. So if we get a switch here, We have to have switch, and we have to have our one-off switch. I don't think there's a second Dedenne in the deck. I don't think we need the Air Balloon. Actually, I can't put the Air Balloon onto this. I gotta discard 3 energy. Doesn't seem worth it. We've got Full Metal Wall, and we don't die to weakness. I think we just go ahead and get a second Zacian on the board. Discard the Air Balloon. We can start stacking this second Zacian. And then we just go for the heavy impact with the 2 KO. Not really worried about any incoming attacks. All of our Metal Saucers are gone. Sadly, we don't draw into our 4th switch, probably prized, but it's fine. Our opponent is not in a very good position, although we probably shouldn't have Marnied him. I was really looking for that. I was really greedy for that switch, but I think I wasn't in enough position to where I didn't need to Marnie him, so that was kind of a misplay because I knew his hand was pretty dead. Burning Scarf I'm not too worried about. There's the Dedenne. Did he toss a welder just then? Welder and a POW pad. Could have POW padded a welder back in. I feel like he needs welders. But that's fine, you know? Make things easy for me. Another Burning Scarf. My dog is here. Not really worried about the burn damage. I should be, but I'm not. More worried about the lack of draw support. I think we just take our 2 prizes here. Okay, he switches out into that Cinderace. Coating Metal. We don't take our 2 prizes here. And the Coating Metal here. We could boss for our 2 prizes. I'm just not worried about this at this point. Let's take our 2 prizes. I'm okay with getting burned. I'm really hoping to pick up the switch here. Book Metal, not doing us any good. And a Coating Metal. And the burn is still here. This thing is just not attacking at a fast enough rate for me to be worried about it though. Because he's discarding all of his welders and not picking them back up for some reason. Fire Crystal, he can boss something up, but he can't attack. Like... There's the second energy onto the Cinderace. 9 temptations to discard the 2 fire energies for what? He can go out, he can get rid of my Meowth. Get my Meowth in the active here. Probably the smartest thing to do. Stall the game. Or the Stunfisk, thus healing the burn. He can't attack though, unless he plays Welder. Got the Fire Crystal. He has Welder in hand, but this just gets me a free KO onto this thing with the Zacian. There's the Marnie, so no Welder. Sadly, our 2 energy goes to the bottom of the deck, but just gotta be careful on the draw here. We got one more boss to look for. There's the Cinderace VMAX, so it looks like tossing our Zacian wasn't the best idea. That's not what I want to play. Don't think there's any point in me doing that. I don't want to reset stamp here. I think I just let him take this KO. Yeah, this is fine. I'm just gonna let him take this KO here with the max Pyro Ball. That Marnie really hurt us, but it's fine. Okay, max Pyro Ball is 170. So, I'm not worried about getting 2-hit KO'd or anything of the sort. Oh, I am worried about getting. I'm not worried about getting KO'd. I am worried about getting 2-hit KO'd. Another Marnie. That's actually pretty good for us here. This hand isn't looking too good. I like these cards to be on the bottom of the deck, except for the stamp. I think it's our only stamp. It is our only. No, it's not our only stamp. Pokédoll, very good. Gonna be useful to stall the game. Galar Mine, no thanks. This does open the avenue to play the what's it called here. I think there's our last switch that we were looking for though, which is going to be really helpful in 2-hit KOing this Cinderace. This guy is taking a long time to think. There's the POW pad. Looks like he's going to go Welder Marnie. It's fine. And a max Pyro Ball. I'm going to take 2 prizes. Definitely don't want to stamp him if I draw it. Let's go into Zacian here. Sorry about that. Let's play the Pokédoll down. Let us... Don't want to attach the energy, I don't think. Not worried about getting KO'd here. And just hope he doesn't have Marnie. We are at 200 HP. This does 110. We have no Mallow Lanas left. We are really looking for our last boss off of these 3 prizes. I believe we've only played 1. Nope, we have no bosses left. Okay, so still shouldn't be too hard because unless he gets a 3rd Cinderace, which I mean he probably is looking for. There's the Welder. Yeah, a Whimsicott, 1 Whimsicott instead of this Stunfisk is probably the wave. Again, but I'm not really worried about getting KO'd here. Just yet. And we can stall the game out with Doll. How long does it take you to take out 2 fire energy, bro? This is Skyla. Nine Temptations. We do kill it with the Look Metal if he goes into that. This doesn't kill us either. Oh, it does kill us. Interesting. I need a Marnie. I think he just wins. Attack does that much more damage. Okay. You can just Dedenne next turn, I believe. We just lose because of the liability. I needed a Marnie. Or that would have helped too. think we just lose because the Dedenne on the bench. There's the Welder. Probably just goes, well, Welder Cinderace doesn't do it for him. But we don't have any way to gust out the Cinderace. I mean, yeah, it does, because he's probably got the 9 Temptations. Yeah, I think I misplayed this game pretty heavily. I think this game is easily winnable if I play this a bit differently. If I had bossed this up earlier, if I would have known he was, what's it called, I would have bossed this up earlier. I just thought he was going to be regular Cinderace. I don't know why. And I, you know, figured regular Cinderace was very easily KO'able. So I was like, you know, just boss it up, kill it over and over again. Now he just brings up the Dedenne. Although he does have the Cinderace VMAX, which he should. He doesn't draw it here though. We just win. Oh, he didn't draw it! Oh my god! He didn't draw it! He didn't draw it off the Dedenne. That's crazy. My legs! Nice, dude. He didn't draw the last one. Let's go, baby. Got him. That was... see, I misplayed that really bad. I bossed up the wrong target. I thought I had another boss in the deck, but I had 2. I didn't realize it was Cinderace VMAX instead of just regular Cinderace, but hey, we got there. We tanked the damage. We outlasted our opponent. We made a few misplays along the way, but we got there. We're gonna end on a 4-game win streak, so we're looking good this tech list video. So that is gonna do it for my Lucario and Melmetal-GX deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to smash that like button and you know, and leave a comment down below what you guys think of the deck, what you'd replace or whatever, and 10 comments, and you guys will be. We'll do 10 comments, and I'll do a giveaway to win a pack. I'll keep it going for as long as I can. Not a pack, but rather 10 packs. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But leave a comment. It'll be entered in a giveaway if we get at least 10 commenters. I will do the giveaway if we get 10 commenters, and I think you'll win 10 packs if you're subbed. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think of this deck. What you changed, what you wouldn't change. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.